Today we are digging a water line. We are going to take the main line from the backyard. We had to go underneath the sidewalk here, and we're going to run it all the way to the garden. So I will have direct water hookup in the garden, which is stinking amazing. It really is. Did you get in there yet?
Yeah, it's all the way through. Go down more.
Ah, there's light.
See?
All right, now we got to get through and get a little deeper in the middle, okay? You are doing a great job.
Both sides.
You're the best digger under concrete ever.
These two right here?
No.
Yeah?
That right here is where this one stops. Right here is where that's all just holographic.
Nice. You're in there really well. Can you grab hands? Don't pull each other.
I felt finger.
You did it! That was much easier to dig through than the driveway, huh?
Look, I'm doing a push-up and...
Yeah.
Ooh, look at you.
Because it's more flat, so I could.
Yeah, and plus it's
Like a knife.
shorter. Yeah,
Or something.
yeah.
A lot of pebbles.
Like an axe, maybe like one of those mining axes.
No, it's a pickaxe.
Pickaxe.
You go up and then down.
Well, I guess you could swing it however you need to swing it, but yeah.
Jen, you go over there. See if
My arm is still too short.
You're not big enough to fit all the way through.
a baby could.
Yeah, but we're not going to put babies in the hole.
Fake baby.
Baby's in a corner.
Yeah, nobody puts baby in a corner. Very good. Right now we just got kids in holes. Kids in holes everywhere.
Hi.
Hi. Pull, pull.
You got it.
Stop, stop.
Go on, try pressing those lines I want.
Undo. Alright. A little bit more.
Alright, I am now headed down to the garden to show you what we did. Okay, my husband, Josh, he did this. I supervised. I'm a very good supervisor. Gia! There you are. My partner in crime. Okay, for reference, I'm at my archway. Left side, right side. Okay. Ta-da! Now this whole right side is going to be filled with beds. We're making our way that way. All of this had to be leveled. Doesn't look very level. Believe it or not, it's more than it was. Alright, so it drops off pretty steeply here. Let's see if we can catch the angle on my foot here. I mean, that's pretty steep. But this is going to be the sitting area. And look how much more level that is. That's awesome. Oh, my table was hit. Oh, I have to save the grapevines. It's okay, I got you. And here's the lower part of the garden. This is where the greenhouse and chicken coop are going to go. We are pushing it out back to the tree, giving ourselves more land to work with. See, it drops off very steeply. It's very steep. What we need to do here is get a very large sewer drain, and we need to run it down. Yes, there's a box there. Run it down because this is like the drain off. Goes around and then it goes up all the way to the road. So this is like the drain off area. And to ensure that anything we put here isn't going to, you know, wash away, in order to do it correctly, we need to put a storm drain to divert and move the water through. You know what, that might be too shaded to put the greenhouse. In the morning, it's good. So we're going to have to take some more trees down. Let's see if we can follow the light. Okay, we can see the trees that are casting shadow. Now it is afternoon, early evening. It's around 5 o'clock almost. It's about time for me to start dinner. But this section here is shaded, which it always has been in the afternoon, which is actually really good. As it gets hotter, anything in the greenhouse is going to be so happy that this has the afternoon shade. Morning sun, midday sun, afternoon shade. It's good. See, but look, most of the garden is still pretty sunny. And the leveling, we've got the water line coming in. The water line! This means that I no longer have to wrestle with 300 feet of hose. Yes, that long. I have 4 hoses connected from the backyard. It's actually shorter from the backyard than it is from the front yard. We have only two water spouts, water hookups. Only 2. So we're adding a 3rd, maybe even more. I don't know how far he plans on going. I would like to have water at the greenhouse. So if he is going to go all the way through the garden, better he does it now before I build my beds than after. And are you sure that that's going to be deep enough? It really doesn't look deep enough. It looks like it's going to get hit.
Done.
That's 6 inches right there.
Okay. So this is going to be your mark? We're going to leave that in the ground? Hit it with there you go. The flat part. Use the Why are you making it so difficult? Look how much easier that is. It wasn't. It wasn't. What's this about? Oh. The water line has been filled in well, the trench for the water line, and then it leads there. It still needs to be connected to the main water line, which is underneath the house. It's looking good. It's actually more level than it was. Still need to run more pipe on this side, connect it, and dig a trench down. Alright, I am headed to the garden now. I've got to find a shovel. I have already looked. Gia, stop. Did not find it last time, but now we're looking again, and this time in the places that I didn't look. Like over here with all this wood. It shouldn't be over here, but it's in none of the other places. In none of the other places. Ooh.
What?
I rolled on a stick and I almost fell. Alright. One of you, please take that pile. The other one, take that pile. Right here is all of the crap that was over there where the greenhouse was. Josh put it in the bucket and dumped it, and I just haven't moved it. He did that yesterday. I honestly have nowhere else to put it, so it's not in the way. It might be on the ground and it might look bad, but it's not in the way. I'm thinking the shovel's in here. My wheelbarrow's in there, look at that. Let's climb the pile, let's see. I'm not seeing it. It's, I don't know where it is. I mean, I guess it could have made its way back here too. It was pushed in the soil. It's not settled yet. You're going to sink. Don't step over there. I need to water the seedlings. The daisies are in bloom. Now that the ground has been filled in, we're done with the work for today. I didn't really discuss over any of the things, I guess the who, what, when, where, why, how, whole, what have you thing. Now that all the work is done, I figured that I would take just a few minutes and talk with you about what we're doing. As I have already said, we're digging for the water line. We're leveling land. We are also adding in the water line so that I can have water in the garden, which is that way. Yeah, that way. We dug a trench using the backhoe on our tractor. Underneath the concrete, we had to use shovels. We tried to get underneath it. We even tried to lift up the concrete with the tractor, and it was not going anywhere. So we had to get the shovels and dig underneath it. Jaden, my son, he's the oldest, he did most of the digging to get underneath it. He did a really good job. The pipe that we are using a PEX pipe. It's a blue PEX pipe. And also, hold on, sweetie, and also 3/4 inch PVC pipe. So right here we have the outline for the PEX pipe, and then here's the PVC. We're at the chicken coop, and unrelated to the leveling and the water line that's being dug, we got a chicken in here in quarantine. So this little chick has developed a little lump on its head. I guess I should just assume it's a girl unless proven otherwise. But the bump came along with aggression. Yesterday, all the chickens were fine. This morning, this chicken had the bump on her head and was being very aggressive to the other chickens. I had to separate it. It is now around 7 o'clock, and I still have yet to find what this is. I don't know what the bump is. I don't know if it's a disease or a parasite. I was told that it could be a birth defect from like inbreeding. Apparently inbreeding symptoms can come on at any point in the chicken's life, usually within the first couple of months, is what I read and what I was told. I haven't done very much reading. I'm grabbing my phone and checking through things. I've messaged a few people trying to see if anybody knows what this is and what's going on, and if I could save this chicken. I considered two things. I could either cull this bird, or I could release it into the wild, so to speak, into the woods. I'll be honest with you, I couldn't cull it. I tried. I asked for Josh's help. And then he made me really nervous, and then I got startled and I almost dropped the bird, so that didn't work out. I'm a wimp. I have a really hard time taking a life. Whenever it's already dead, I can then deal with it. But to take a life is very, very difficult for me. It's something that I have to work on. I'm going to have animals, and if we move from here and we get more land and we get the farm that I want, I'm going to have a lot more animals, and death is a part of it, and I need to get more, not used to it, but more accustomed to it. Okay, that was just a little snippet. The chicken's on my mind. I want to try to save it, but aggression is aggression, and once they start that, it doesn't really stop. I need to do more reading. If you raise birds and have ever seen anything like this, I'll put a picture here, and you can look at it while I am finishing what I'm saying. If you know what this is, if you know of anyone who raises chickens and has seen this or dealt with this before, the bump and the aggression, I would be so appreciative if you could leave a comment down below. If you could email me at hollowacreshomestead@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram at hollowacreshomestead. I really need to, I want to know what this is. I want to try to save this bird. And if not, I think I want to give it its best possible life while it is still alive. I also need to do more researching as far as setting a chicken in the wild to fend for itself. I need to see what that's about. I need to look into that. I don't know if that's illegal or if it's just frowned upon. I'll figure it out though. That is all that I have to show you and to talk about. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us today. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. It pushes our videos in the algorithm and YouTube loves it. So please hit the thumbs up so we can get our videos shared more. So leave a comment down below, especially about the chicken thing. But also let me know what you think about what we're doing so far with the water line and the leveling and how you think things look now. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Hollow Acres Homestead. Thank you so much for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.